If you look over the right over here, you'll notice I have 5 different layers here in my Photoshop document. And as I cycle through, you'll see one is a picture of a city street. The other one is a graffiti shot of a ghost from Mario. We have this here, which is actually a text layer and a photo layer. And then finally, we have this image here. If I turn all these layers back on, I can export all of these really quickly. And I can actually go over to my layers panel here. I can click on this one layer and come up the top here to go export as. So I go to this little burger icon, export as, and you notice I can export one single layer. And before I go into in depth on that panel there, now if I hold down Shift and select, say, 2 layers, I can actually go to the same menu to export as. And now we have 2 images over here on the left. So I'm actually going to go through, because what we're going to do is take these 2 images and export them to a folder. So I'm going to, I've got select all here. I've got PNG. I can change over to JPG, just the quality. I'll leave it as PNG for now. The image size is 1920 by 1080. I can scale that up to, say, 150% or even 50% to make it much smaller. So I can change the scale over there. But you'll notice it only applies to the image you have selected. So I have 1920 over here, 960 by 540. So you do need to go through each individual image if you want that to work. So for now, I'm going to go back to 100%. Otherwise, we have our canvas size, which I can change if I wanted to make that 1920 by 1920. It actually adds a bit of space top and bottom. Again, you do need to have each layer selected for this to work. I'm going to hit reset. And I'm just going to export these as they are, so you can see how it works. So come down the bottom here to export. I find the folder I want to save to, and I just simply hit select folder. And now if I bring that folder over here next to my layers panel, you'll notice it's kept the same name here as the layers themselves. So that is my next tip, is that you can actually rename the layers and affect what happens when you export them. So we're going to go through a few of these tips and I'll show you how they work and how as we go. So again, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to just rename these. So I'm going to click on the text, I double click and type in a new name, City Street. And we're going to go through and repeat the process. And so now you can see I have a name for each layer. So I'm actually going to hold down Shift. I'm going to click on the bottom layer, hold down Shift, and click on the top layer to select everything. And this is going to lead into my next tip. But first of all, I'm going to come up here, export as, and keeping all those default settings, I'm going to switch over to JPEG. And on top of that, what I'm going to do is there is an option here for a suffix. So if I can actually hold down Shift to multi-select. So that way, if you want to do what we were doing before, you can hold down Shift and multi-select. You don't have to just use the tick. The tick operates different than actually selecting the image. If I select the different images, I can change the settings in bulk. Otherwise, I can tick and I want to select all to export all of these. But I can add a suffix, something like dash exported. And again, I can change the size if I want to over here. So we'll make it half the size, so 0.5. So 0.5. With a suffix at the end of the file, it says exported. I now come down to export, and I'm going to create a new folder here and call it naming. Double click and save it in there. So now coming back to our folder, we have our naming folder here. I double click and you'll notice we have the name of the building and then also our suffix. If we didn't have the suffix, it would just have the name of the layer itself applied to each layer. But you'll notice the text is separate as well. And that brings me to my next tip. If I come back over, if I want to export, if I turn these 2 top layers off, if I want to export this as one layer, I don't actually have to merge that layer. What I can do is over here is hold down Shift to select both layers and come down here to group or hit Control G, and I can group those together. Now, if I actually select these 2 layers individually within the group and go to export, you notice that they are still separate layers. But I go to cancel. If I collapse this group and instead just select the group itself, I can even select all of the layers and the group. I can come up here, export as, and we have City Street, Ghost, and Group 1, which was the name of the group, and it has the text and the image inside. So we can actually group different things together to create separate images or even designs within those groups and export it at a click. This is great if you're doing a bunch of YouTube thumbnails or a bunch of edits where things are very similar. and you can export these as a group altogether. I'm not going to export that lot now because there's actually something else I want to touch on, and that is you can actually apply adjustment layers to what you're doing. So if I turn these two top layers back on and add any kind of adjustment layer, let's say curves, I can make my adjustments down here. Maybe I want to make it really high contrast, like this. Maybe I also decide I want to add in hue and saturation, and I'm going to just hit colorize, give it a bit of a blue tint, bring that saturation down a bit. So now if I turn off all our layers, you'll notice we get that effect across the board. And this is where it gets really cool. I select all these layers again. Now if I select the actual adjustment layers and go to export as, it'll just say that the image is empty. But we come down and the adjustment has been applied to all of those layers. So again, if you have one adjustment or a series of adjustments you want to add as layers, you can bulk export those various layers in one hit. I'm going to go to cancel. And if I select all these layers without selecting the adjustment layers, export as, it still applies that. So I just want to let you know either way works, but you can actually see where the layers are if you select those layers. So that means now if I want to, I can export all of those, but I'm not going to do that just yet because again, there's one more thing I want to show you. If I take, say, the curves layer and bring it down so it's just above the building, maybe I even bring hue saturation to just above the group itself. You'll notice how the city street is normal, the ghost image is normal, but we have our adjustment for the color applied to the group because it is below the hue saturation layer. But our final image is underneath the curves layer. And I can turn that on or off to show you the difference. So we can actually stack these throughout the layers, select them all, make sure I turn them on, go to export as, and now you see our city street is normal. Our ghost is normal. Our group has the hue saturation, and our ancient building has both the hue saturation and the curves applied to it. So that is a really cool way to speed up your workflow. So again, if I decide I'm going to take this back to 1x, I'm going to get rid of the suffix altogether. I'm going to go to export, and we've been able to export with those adjustments applied to the layers we want to apply them to by simply reordering them. Now, there is also a great way to use this function for cropping in bulk. So I'm going to pop a video on the screen right now to show you how to do that. Otherwise, there's a link below if you want to check that out. But otherwise, that's a video for today, guys. Now, I hope you liked the video. If you did, please consider giving it a like. Now, this is a brand new Photoshop channel I've just started, separate from my other channel. So please subscribe if you want some more Photoshop tips. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.